Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon. Okay, so upon request, I'm going to do a video on how to cleanse, charge, and how often to cleanse and charge your crystals. So, okay, let's start with black stones. For me personally, any kind of black stone. This is my Numite, and that is very, very old. Numite, I think, is 2 million years old. So any kind of black stone, I leave on my windowsill for a couple days just to cleanse it, because it's already black, so it's going to absorb and it's going to cleanse. I don't want to hit you with my wand. But yeah, black stones like Numite, Shungite can all be left out in the sun. As far as other ones go, a quartz, I'm pretty sure you can leave these out in the sun. For me personally, I like to leave them out in the moonlight, and I charge them whenever I feel like it. Let your gut tell you. If you don't have that intuition that tells you, okay, I think I need to cleanse this, I would go ahead and do it on a full moon, like once a month. The full moon on every month. So, cleansing the crystals, any crystal. Black, any different color crystal. I always use just a fire safe dish with tons and tons of ceremonial white sage, and that stuff you could never get rid of. If you grow ceremonial white sage, be prepared to have a ton of it for the rest of your life, because it doesn't go away. It's like weed. So what I do is I just kind of crush up my sage, because ceremonial white sage is totally different from regular sage. It is more, it's not so dry, so you can ball it up like that, and it smells so good. I love ceremonial white sage. Okay, and then what I do, where's my lighter? Okay, to cleanse the crystal, I just use sage. You can put them in salt water, a little bit of salt with a little bit of pure water, tap water, bottled water. And you can also, to recharge any crystal, you can get selenite, which is very cheap. Be careful with it when you touch it, because it gets white dust all over you, and it's messy. So every night when I take this pendant off, I've been asked about this pendant, and this is from shungitestore.com, and that is a shungite pendant. So every night I take this off and I put it on my selenite tower, and what that does is that recharges and amplifies up the stone. They say leave it on there for, I've heard, 24 to 48 hours for it to actually recharge. So I find the sun to be a lot easier. But I mean, the selenite, it does work, and it brings in angelic energies and peace, and it's an amazing stone. So to cleanse a crystal with sage, everybody can get kitchen sage. So just get your kitchen sage, whatever. It does not have to be ceremonial white sage. Get a fireproof dish. All these dishes that you guys see that I use in my workings were my grandma's. We both have an obsession with just this kind of stuff, like little dishes and boxes, and I think it's cool. So yeah, just ball up your sage. I don't, for ceremonial white sage, I don't use the charcoal, the little blocks. So just go ahead and light your sage. And it is going to smoke a lot. Wow, okay. So, what you're going to do, take it to cleanse any crystal. just continuously let it. And if you want, you can do a chant or a rhyme or anything you want. And I do think these need cleansed. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cleanse that one. Now I feel like that one is cleansed. So I have a cleansed crystal. My new mite, you can do the same thing. It's been a while since I've done this. So yeah, just go over it. Any crystal you want to. Black tourmaline, amazing crystal, has its own electric charges when you actually rub it up and down. This one has not been cleansed for a long time because it soaks up so much negative energy. So it does need to be cleansed. So I'll just cleanse all my crystals here with you guys. Oh, I was hoping it was going to make that really cool sound. Well, it's too much smoke. Okay, now I feel like that crystal has been cleansed. So, okay, we have our crystals cleansed. Actually, you know what? I've never cleansed my mother of pearl ring. So, I mean, you can even just jewelry. There, it's cleansed. I feel like it's cleansed. Perfect. Simple, very simple to cleanse crystals with sage. Just make sure it's out. Very good. Wow. Smoky. Okay, so that is these. Doesn't want to go out. That is how you cleanse with sage. There. Oh, God. Yeah, that stuff stinks. It all stinks. Okay. So your crystals are cleansed. Okay, what do you want to do with them next? Say, okay, this is my favorite. Okay, take your black tourmaline. Actually, this one is a red. It actually has red in it. And these actually have their own electromagnetic charge. When you get the intent in your head, I always use my right hand to charge it. So, okay, I want this to absorb any negativity that is going to, if there's any negativity in my house, if there's any negativity, fighting, anything like that, bad air, thick air, the air is very thick. So you think of your intent in your head, hold your crystal. So my intent would be, to absorb negativity throughout the whole house and from said persons. So get that in your head, think it, go ahead and rub like this, and just get that in your head because you are creating a charge, literally an electric charge. So you just want to close your eyes and you just want to kind of see everything being happy and just love and all kinds of just amazing things in your house, full of peace and just happiness and harmony, and all the energies balanced, the duality. And I think it's done. So that is how I charge, or how I cleanse, program, and let my stones do the work for me. So I always treat them with respect. I love my stones. I love my black ones too. Obviously. They match my eyes. But yeah, that's a very good stone to absorb negative energy. And I can almost feel it. In my mind's eye, I can almost see. It's like a very faint gray smoke at the moment because there's nothing negative. It's probably just bits and pieces of fragmented, stale energy that's being sucked into this. So I just set it away. And that's easy. Simple as that. Okay? You want to charge a quartz crystal. Same thing. Same thing. God, there's so much on quartz crystals. Something about how they make computers out of this. Something about that, how it holds, it can store information. So with this, okay, what are we going to want this to do? Amplify. I use these to amplify a lot of things. So let's amplify love. Love, peace, happiness, joy. So I'm going to take it in my hand, right hand. I'm going to grab it and I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to visualize in my head. And I'm going to visualize my energy coming in from the top of my head. And you can literally feel, I can literally feel the energy going into the stone. So I'm picturing peace and love and happiness and amplified. And I just got almost like when the witch touched Dorothy's shoes for the ruby slippers and she got scolded. I'm almost seeing that around my house, my entire house, but it's pink. And so I feel like everything should be amplified for the greater good of all. I always say that too, so nothing backfires on me. And I feel like my crystal has been charged, programmed, and it's done. So these two crystals can work together. This is going to amplify this one. And the way they release their energy, the points, I've seen on the Science Channel that literally, this is scientifically proven, that crystals with points, pyramids, whatnot, have a counterclockwise energy inside of them that it radiates out. So what I do with my big quartz crystal I have that stands, I take that and like for my dog, when he was sick and going through surgery, I wrote his name on a piece of paper, folded it like 3 times towards me to bring that healing towards him. And then I placed that giant crystal on top of him, his picture, his piece of paper that I wrote on. And the energy, I have my triangle of manifestation. You can add and just add and add to crystal magic. And I can see that now in my mind's eye, spiraling up. And the energy being released to said target, so my dog, which it's still going. And that is how I program quartz crystals, black tourmaline. I don't program Numite. Numite talks to me. Numite will talk to you. It will tell you a story. It has so much to tell you and show you. If you have Numite, then you know what I'm talking about, but it is the most amazing stone ever. It is like the stone of all stones, the Xanax of stones. And I have to put it down because I'm getting kinda, you feel like you're lopsided or whatnot. So yeah, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. And then how often should you do it? Okay. For your black one, I would say probably every other day. Leave it in the light. Leave it in the sunlight. Leave the shungite in the sunlight too. And I wear this with a conjunction of other crystals in my pocket. And this kind of acts as a shield. It shields me from EMFs, from my laptop. All this, all the lights, everything that's radiating, it's just ricocheting off of me. I have a little piece of shungite that did come from shungitestore.com. on my router, because we're all going to die from Wi-Fi cancer eventually, and that just kind of blocks the radiation and everything. You can put them on top of your your toasters and your microwaves, so you don't get that negative radiation at all. And it's scientifically proven. NASA has been using it, and they are hiding it from us. So, and I do have shungite water going again, but here's one of my rose quartz. It's a raw rose quartz that I dug out of a mountain in Denver, Colorado. I think we were in Boulder. This was hard to get. That was very hard to get out of a fucking side of a mountain. I saw it, I knew it was rose quartz, went up there, paid my respects to the mountain, and just started chipping away. So I got my rose quartz. But you can do so much though. A lot of green stones for me personally make me ill. I don't wear green stones except for turquoise. That is the only stone that works with me. I cannot absolutely not work with any other stone because it just makes me ill. And that's that. I have a very good friend, my pretentious British gentleman, that has told me that that he's encountered that. Well, he hasn't, but other people of his his friends, they've encountered the same thing with different stones. So you can kind of tell what stones work with your body. Like here's a green one. I don't know what this one is, but I don't want to touch it for too long. So it's going back in the box. And I have tons of crystals. Jeez. Here's my another one that I've had that came right out of the mountain. So that's my big quartz crystal. And I work with all kinds of stones. I love geodes. I don't know why. I love geodes. This is one that we split open. So I go outside, I find these all the time in my yard. And there's little crystals inside of it. So we split it open and bam. I love geodes. They're the most amazing little things. As far as storing my crystals, what I use, I created a box a very long time ago. I used to be very crafty and, well, still crafty, but not this crafty. So I created this box a long time ago for all of my crystals. Oh, I don't want to... Yeah, there's crap all over it. Herbs, felt paper, little pebbles from a fish tank, pentagram. So I have some of my crystals in there. Not all of them, but some of them. So, yes, you can pretty much do anything you want. Crystal grits, you can find very, very easy crystal grits online. You can Google it. I don't use crystal grits much. I'm stuck with my black stones and shungite. And honestly, I don't know how long, say this, if you're attuned to Reiki, I'm attuned to level 1 and 2 masters, so I use Reiki in conjunction with everything I do now because I've found it to be working. It just works better. I use it with the Ouija. I use it with my crystals. So it just kind of helps it a little more. So if you can get your hands on any kind of book about Reiki for beginners, big plus. Big plus. I mean, it is amazing. Very amazing. You can do everything with crystals. And then also, what I wear, someone was asking about one of the pendants. That one came from a very, very well-known root doctor in Texas, whom I love very much, Oscar. I still have this. that is amethyst inside. Works very well with me. My birthstone is sapphire because I'm a Virgo. September 12th, I get the aftermath of September 11th, which is very sad. But yes, the shungite pendants are just amazing. It's almost like an antidepressant too. I've noticed if I wear my shungite pendant with, and I always keep them in little bags. I have right in there, I have another piece of rose quartz, I have a piece of amethyst, and I have a piece of carnelian, and that's the Virgo stone. So these stones in conjunction with my numite, it just kind of numbs me. It numbs me, but then again it kind of gives me a little bit of a feisty energy. And that's due to the carnelian, because it is a very active stone. Very active stone. And I keep those in my pocket daily. I think they're falling out now, but I don't care. So yeah, but like amethyst, carnelian, don't put in the sun. I don't think that's good. I know amethyst should not be put out in the sun. You can also charge your all your crystals on shungite. They have shungite tiles on shungitestore.com that are absolutely amazing. You can put your crystals on there, or you can get a Tesla plate. Those work very well too. They have the pyramids that you can actually use to set up around your house. Wow, I didn't know it was going to snow like this. And yeah, it's so amazing. Crystals are just so amazing, and a lot of people are like, oh, it's very new age. I think a lot of the techniques are very new age, but the crystals are not, obviously. No, they're not new age. You know, you can't have a 2.5 million year old crystal and call it new age. But don't know which is older though, shungite or numite. So, and then you have different forms of the shungite. But then also for my shungite, when I want to charge them, I just put them on a paper towel, a little paper towel. I use a very little bit in a glass of water, reverse osmosis water. That's what I use. I don't know why, because it's already purified. But that's me, OCD. I just leave them in the sun for a couple days, just to make sure, until I feel that it's good. And then I go to work. I work with them. It's amazing though. The powder from the shungite, if you ever order from shungitestore.com, the powder from the shungite, you can take it inside, like the powder, it's black. Take it. If you have a pimple or something that you don't like, gently massage it and watch. Just watch it. It will help your skin like no other. There's just so many benefits from the shungite. You can use shungite water to, I think you can add just a little bit of witch hazel as an astringent for your face, as a toner. It helps with acne, depression, fibromyalgia. It definitely helps with fibromyalgia. What else does that? It helps with everything. It's like a miracle stone. It really is. So I suggest picking up one of these pendants from the shungitestore.com. I will have links down below. And you will not be disappointed with those. Those are so amazing. So amazing. And the prices are so cheap. I actually bought my stuff off eBay, and it was so expensive. And then shungitestore.com has them for way cheaper, but I got them from the same source. It was the Shungite store. So, that is my small little tutorial on how to cleanse your crystals, charge them, how the energy is released. I don't recommend sleeping with anything that is going to keep you up, like carnelian. No, I had put carnelian in my plants to help them grow, and oh my god, I couldn't sleep. Insomnia like crazy. So if I ever do go to sleep, – well, I do obviously sleep every day. the Numite, crazy dreams. You sleep for a very long time. It's crazy. It's weird how it works on you. I've noticed when my black tourmaline, if I sleep with this, I don't wake up as late. So yeah, I don't sleep with stones at all. None of them. The only thing that I wear at night is this. I take everything off because I don't want I don't want my sleep interrupted. I want natural sleep. When the sun rises, my eyes open. Ridiculous, but it's how my body works, my internal clock. And yeah, that is, and then storing your crystals. Keep them in a cooler place. Avoid sunlight with your lighter crystals. There are a lot of fakes out there, so if you do get shungite or Numite, make sure they come from the Greenland. For the shungite or not. Okay, Numite comes from Greenland. Shungite comes from Russia. So don't get fooled and pay too much and get the wrong thing and drink toxic water. Do the little test with your shungite with the what are those things called? The EMF readers or whatever it is, to know that it's an actual stone. And just keep charging them in the sun. Black stones, clear stones, full moon, saltwater rinse, a natural spring, natural brook. You can do that. What else? For my Ouija sessions, I like to use my carnelian and my amethyst for better communications, my Numite to connect me to the different realms, the different worlds, and it has helped so much. It really has. So I think that's pretty much it for my little tutorial on shungite and various other stones, cleansing techniques, practices. So yeah, how do you guys do it? What do you guys do? How do you guys cleanse your stones? What stones do you use? Do they make you ill? How do you feel? Do you take medication? Does it interact with your different stones that you use? That's alright, guys. I think that's it. I thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you learned just at least that much. So if you guys have any questions, just give me an email. Ryan, RyanJESPICH@gmail.com. My public page is always up. You can always send me a message. I will always answer back. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And my sage is still smoking. So, alright guys, I love you all very much. Very much. And I thank you all for watching, and everybody have a great day. Great snowy day.